Like in any human relationship, if you want it to grow, you have to commit to pursuing it. And those little steps of obedience that I took in following Jesus, even though I didn't know it was obedience at the time, allowed God to come into my life and just change me forever. So in journals from high school, I can see that I was never truly convinced that Christianity was the only form of truth. Going into college, that doubt continued, and I started pursuing other things, looking into other religions, other beliefs, just living this double life. So eventually, I decided just to step away from the church, the Christian ministry, the Christian friends that I even had, because what was the point of just pretending and going through those motions when my heart was not in it? After college, I started bartending, and that whole world of hospitality is very much just like sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and I was living it to the fullest. And I had not gone to church since college, early college, so I started struggling. I noticed with depression and anxiety, and I was like, okay, either I should go to church or go to therapy, and church is free, so I'm gonna try that. And then I had a pastor move in next door to me. He had a sister named Becca, and she actually ended up inviting me to Bayou City a couple of times. And that was kind of the beginning, I noticed, of God starting to like pursue me. I went one Sunday because she invited me, and they were starting the Genesis series. I was very into John Steinbeck, this author. One of my most favorite books is called East of Eden. And so I thought, oh, this sounds interesting. We're talking about Genesis. My favorite book's East of Eden. Let me commit to going every Sunday, and also commit to going every Wednesday to a community group. I found out there was a Sharpstown community group that actually met just down the street from me. I could walk to the host house, which is wild. Plugging into that community group every Wednesday, it was a great point, middle of the week, to have another time to be around people that love the Lord so passionately, and being able to speak so openly with them about my thoughts and like my questions that I had about the Bible and the things we were reading. It really allowed God to start working and shifting small things in my life, convicting me for certain things, releasing me from anger that I didn't even realize I was carrying. It helped me to start doing things like becoming a church member and tithing, things that I never thought I'd ever do in my life. And that is what really started to move me towards the moment where I finally accepted Jesus into my heart and made that personal commitment with God. When I was growing up, doing the church activities was just like what everyone did. It was just a part of, it was what were you going to volunteer for, not like why do you want to volunteer. I now, being a part of all the church activities and all the things, it's because I long to be around people that love Jesus. My life has been changed by Jesus, but Bayou City was extremely influential in that and helping guide me. The people that were placed in my life, whether through community group or Sundays at church or the kids ministry, everybody had a part in me finding my way to Jesus. Now it is a year of going to church every single Sunday and going to community group every single Wednesday, and I am so at peace with every single thing in my life. A lot of the depression and anxiety was stemming from, what's my purpose? What's the point of being here? What's the point of, life in this world? It just seems so dark. The peace that I have now, I have not all year suffered from depression, anxiety, anger. Like all of that has been just completely lifted from me because of the security that I know Jesus has given me and what is waiting for me.